Okay, fuck niggas. Welcome to part 2. I'm not doing a regular intro because if you're here, you should have watched part 1. And if you didn't watch part 1 and you just want to see me react to rocks, I'm not doing no fucking intro. We here for one thing, but we're not getting the rocks off bat because this is me continuing my yap through the chapter. There will definitely be videos that are dedicated just to rocks, but this isn't one of them. Most of it will be though. So if you want to skip to the part where I do start talking about rocks, I will be putting the timestamp on the screen. Yeah. Anyways, Ja Rule and Harold are talking. And he's like, "You were at the scene of the reverie, da da da." And he was like, "Yeah, my friend was one of the kings, and that nigga snuck me in, but I couldn't really ask too much because I was undercover." I know y'all done heard every YouTuber say this. And y'all probably had this fucking idea y'all goddamn self, so I'm not gonna harp on it too much. Because I can drag a joke. But how the fuck is this nigga sneaking in anywhere? Like even as a guard, nigga, you a big ass guard. But to be honest, that murder saved his ass. Rock saved his ass. He like, nigga, if Rocks ain't killed that nigga, they probably would have caught my big ass. Cause I'm stupid. I'm a stupid ass nigga who thought he could sneak into the reverie like I ain't no fucking giant. Like I thought I could sneak into the fucking reverie. Am I crazy? But Ja Rule asked him about if he's heard about the Galera Warhammer Company, because he's like, if you was caught, nigga, that's the least of your worries. The kanji is for Great Hammer Battalion, but the furigana might be a spin on Galley Law. The leakers in the notes in the full summary said Karela was the kanji, but they also said the same thing about Galley Law. They're that gruff troop of giant shipwrights that armed themselves with warhammers, right? I thought they were just a myth. He's like, no. Well, that's what Harold said about it. Harold said he thought there was a myth. And Ja Rule was like, nah, them niggas real. Like, and they traveled, they went everywhere, and when they did, they sent letters back. And he was like, I got the final letter and it said they was captured. And he's like, what the fuck could capture 100 like warriors? And some of them was ancient giants. And Harold is like, what you getting at? Because we talking about the world government right now. I know you ain't trying to say the world government responsible for that. And Ja Rule is like, I ain't gonna lie, I do think it was them. He said they fit, like that's basically what he's getting at. He said, bro, they faced a great enemy, but they sank into the ocean. And he said, to be blunt, there's probably a deeper reason why your ideals haven't worked out, and it has nothing to do with you. And Harold said, lingering animosity, huh? And this is what Loki is talking about. You see how willing, no matter what side it's leaning to, you see how willing Ja Rule is to weigh in on political problems, and to weigh in on like just, you know, the state of Elbath and what's going on in the world, and to assert his opinion on the government, or assert his opinion on, even later in the conversation, he says it seems our people are regarded as enemies of the larger world because of the shit they've been doing in the past. So he's not afraid to give his opinion on their traditions, to give his opinion on their perception, to give his opinion on the world government. But nowadays he is. So either what Harold wanted, which I don't think it was, I think it was the latter, or the events that happened in the castle that day with him and Loki. No, it had to have been something before that. It had to have been the events leading up to what happened in the castle, which I think it was. I think the events leading up to what happened in the castle with Harold when he died pussified Ja Rule. And that's what Loki was talking about. He's like, Ja Rule's like, politics is a young man game, I don't want to get into that. And Loki's like, that's the fucking problem, because that's not the Ja Rule I know. And we see that's not how he's always been. And technically, I mean, he did say it was a young man's game, so he's just saying he grew out of it. But I don't think that just happened with age. I think that happened with specific experiences. Then he said, I also heard a story about a frozen army of giants somewhere. It seems our people are regarded as enemies of the larger world. So yeah, two of these giants shown when he's talking about Garela. I don't know if he knows this because he's saying it in OP scans. It kind of did seem like he was referring to the same thing, like he was staying on topic. But in the TCB translation, see, I hate playing translation games with these niggas, man. Anyways, in the TCB translation, it sounds like he's talking about something else, because he says, but I also heard a story about a frozen army of giants somewhere. But we know because we saw the frozen giants in Punk Hazard. The two of these giants that he's talking about in Current Law are two of those giants that are frozen in Punk Hazard. We also know Punk Hazard is a government island. We also know the government, through the Marines, has possession of the chill fruit at the moment. And that could have been something that they passed down. So we know enough to conclude that it indeed was the world government. And like I said, he said our people are regarded as large as enemies. And Harold, like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Clearly, like, it's clear. I could see that. But I'm still going, by any means necessary, bro. I'm changing the perception of my nation. I'm making this a respectable country that motherfuckers can trade with, motherfuckers can visit. You feel me? Like, we not finna just be YNs no more. Niggas look at us and see death and destruction. I can't have that, bro. Like, I can't have my shit being represented like that, because Ida changed me. And she made me realize, one, that shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cute. And this life shit way bigger than that. Especially for us, bro. We have years and years and years and years and years to do this shit. And you want all this shit to amount to destruction? I'ma live like 300 years, nigga. You want all my... Nah, he's not gonna live 300 years because the nigga gonna get killed. But I'ma live 300 years. You want my shit to amount to death and destruction? So boom. Now we see... I said so boom a lot. So boom, so boom, so boom, so boom. Eat a dick. So now we see Loki's uncle, Estrid's older brother. And he's like, Prince Loki, I know you cursed and killed my little sister. Prince Loki. Like, he's singing it in a sing-songy tone, but he's really being a dickhead. And he's like, now let's see what kind of garbage we'll be serving up today. He's literally feeding the nigga garbage. And you see bruises on his face. And they're growing. And you see like a bandage on his nose in the third panel. In the first panel, he's a little boy, short hair. He's like, let's see what kind of garbage we'll be serving up today. This nigga's ugly as fuck, man. Not Loki. This nigga actually cool ass design, especially as a child. Like, this shit looks tough, like going through the progressions. But the fucking Loki's personal steward, I ain't even call him Loki's uncle. Loki's bitch ass steward. That nigga ugly as shit. Like, he just looked like somebody you would run into in real life, and they just smell like 32 beers and cigarettes and like sweat and Lay's chips. And it's like, wow, the horse of fortune died. Not his fault. And it's crazy. They told us that was his fault. Not his fault. The steward's body was in the realm of the dead. Fuck him. I love that part, bro. I love that part. I love that part. I love that part. I love that part. Like, and I guess like this panel, because they said the steward's body was in the realm of the dead, I know that's clearly implying that Loki killed the horse. I mean, that Loki killed the steward. I still don't think he killed that horse. I don't care, bro. I don't think he killed that horse. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I think he is lying to Luffy. I don't think he killed the horse. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What's my evidence? What's your evidence, nigga? You show me the evidence to show that he did kill the horse. I'll wait. Exactly. Eat a dick. So yeah, he blicked that nigga. I need a death confirmation. I want to see the body. I want to see that shit bloody. I want to see a nigga touch the side of his neck and be like, no pulse. I don't know if I can put all this on YouTube. But I want that nigga gone. I want him eradicated, eviscerated, destroyed, obliterated, vaporized, disappeared, vanished, dealt with, fall damaged. I want him fall damaged. Anything possible. Sorry, my brother just died to fall damage behind. But y'all see, they tried to kill Loki with fall damage. So kill that nigga with fall damage. Which, oh my God, did Loki push him off the sun world? Oh my God, that would be peak. Oh, I really hope. We're not gonna see it because Oda done went past it. So that means he ain't gonna show us the actual act. But I hope we see a body. And I really hope like it gets talked about. Because if he pushed the nigga off the sun realm, poet, nigga, your sister tried to kill me the moment I was born by Steph Curry shooting me. If Loki waited till that nigga was like sight just looking at the clouds or some shit, back turn, or I mean Loki wouldn't even have to wait because Loki probably could beat that nigga ass early. Like at this age we see him, man, where he's smiling a little bit and they like that nigga dead. But if he pushed him off the sun realm, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, nigga. Oh my God, nigga, I will be so happy. if that's what happened. 48 years ago, which is 10 years before God Valley, because God Valley was 38 years ago. Harold's plans really started to like take shape and form a new Elbath. The villages got closer, you know what I'm saying, in terms of trade, like what I just did on the dialogue and identity, because like I said before either of the two factors, like it takes two factors to make the change that we're talking about, but before either of the two factors, everything that was discovered or that was brought to a specific village was pretty much gonna stay there, and it wasn't much that was being brought there. But after the routes and the trade and all of that, like after the external trade and the internal trade, now it's more unified on like updates and shit, like to the culture that they're getting from other places, like I said before, new hunting techniques, new knitting techniques, new building techniques, new fishing techniques, whatever that comes from somewhere else, it's spreading throughout Elbath. Whatever goods and services, new fruits, new vegetables, new produce, it's spreading through Elbath. New materials, new cotton, new silk, whatever, new wood, they don't really need wood. They got, you know what I'm saying, the best wood, pause. But yeah, it's spreading through Elbath instead of just staying in the village it was brought in. So that also strengthens the nation's identity. He's like, my dream is to join hands with everybody. Like I just explained, Ida showed him like more. He showed him like that there's so much pride in getting along with everybody. There's so much, like, I'm not gonna act like I can't understand why niggas don't think there's pride in being the nigga who fucked everybody up and who destroyed everybody and who's just stronger than everybody, like who's just mightier than everybody. Do I find pride in that? No, I think that shit is stupid. But I understand why niggas do find pride in that. But I just showed him that the pride that comes from having a good face card, you feel me? Everybody fucking with you, that pride feels way better. And that pride the pride that you gain from goddamn fucking everybody up and destroying everybody and making a whole bunch of enemies, that shit can't feed you when shit get left. But the pride that you get from everybody fucking with you can, because all King Harold had to do was reach out to them other nations, and what they did, they shipped that food right to the goddamn, you feel me, right to the front doorstep. So the people are loving it. They're like, King Harold, this nigga's the GOAT. We gonna love this nigga forever. My great grandbaby's gonna love this nigga, man. Fuck it. We gonna write stories, books. We gonna make monuments, paintings about this nigga. Like, they loving it. And like I said, he's a great king, so he deserved the glaze. Terrible daddy though. I don't even really understand this dialogue. They like, it's some older giants like picking on Howard, and they're like, you look thrilled, Howard. Is it because you're illegitimate? Prince Loki is the true heir, right? You're just an illegitimate throwaway. The dialogue itself is very contradictory. I don't know if that's because they're making a joke and it's supposed to be mad contradictory, but the niggas just sounds stupid. Like, he just sounds dumb. I don't even want to give that shit too much attention. Like, I would love to talk about like that for Howardin's character writing, but Howardin is my favorite of the two brothers. So as much as y'all, and I fuck with Loki, so as much as y'all see me get defensive over Loki, like, I really get defensive over my nigga Howardin, and I've really been trying not to, because got my nigga fucked up. Like, earlier, since Harold went and handled that situation, I just talked about it regular. I was like, we ain't even going on. But and it's like, as fucked up, as twisted as it is, this is making Loki feel good a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. It's not the right type of good to be feeling. But who you gonna blame? We can't blame Loki. We can blame these niggas for sure. But it's like, you can't blame Loki for feeling it, because he don't know no better, because he wasn't taught no better. So I guess that's the shitty silver colored lining, because it's not even silver lining. The lining is made out of shit, but it's colored silver. So then we see Loki, and we were already told this, that he made friends with the beast, and we were also shown this. And remember when Luffy tamed them, and the people who Shanks knocked out with his Conqueror's Haki, who were there before, I guess during the conversation with Loki and Shanks, were like, what the fuck? How this nigga tame these niggas? Like, cause he tamed them niggas mad quick, had them niggas eating out his hand, loving him. But Loki was also cool with them too. And we had heard already, we had been shown that he was cool with them, and we had heard already that he used to lead them in attacks on the village. We know now that he was taking all of that pain inside him, and he was just throwing that bitch out in the world. He was literally taking pain and just throwing that bitch, just hoping that shit stick. Like, and when I say stick, I mean like he was able, like he was hoping that he was physically able to empty some of that shit. Like he was hoping if I dish out some pain, maybe that'll get some of this pain up out of me. Maybe like seeing other people hurt, that shit'll like make me feel better. That shit didn't work. That shit didn't work at all. The nigga was putting in pain every day, and the nigga was still going to sleep sad as shit. They said he laughed at the feeble as they ran, and Harunen, who was this? Was it Tekking? I don't know. I haven't watched too many videos, like, cause I be like, man, I just gotta wait till I make my fucking video. But I was watching somebody's shit when I was smoking, and somebody did make a good point of like, Harunen low-key is the only nigga who can even step up in this moment, because anybody else step up, they just put their hands on the king's son. So this nigga Loki going on the rampage, and it's like, you really can't even fight back because this the prince. But Harunen can fight back because shit, he the king's son too. What the fuck we gonna do? You tell me that I can't hit my brother? Fuck that. So he like, man, nigga, man, our daddy went through hell to goddamn change these folks and rebuild this village, and goddamn, and nigga, it was tested when you was born and shit, but nah, Pop still goddamn prevailed. So you ain't finna be fucking this shit up. And what I find about this is like, Harunen's character, to me, he clearly really fucks with his mom, right? And he clearly rides with his mom above all things, and he wants to be the king, and his dad is a really good king. So I think he fucks with his dad as a king to some extent, but I just can't see any reason why he would fuck with his dad as a father. I really don't. So I think that him right now defending the village is really mostly like truly his pride as a prince of Elbaf, as a nigga who wants to be the king of Elbaf. Like that is literally his pride, is that, and as like it also has a little bit to do with the son of King Hero, with being the son of King Hero, but not because he fucks with his dad, because he fucks with how hard his dad has worked and how much change his dad has brought about. Like he knows his dad is a really, really, really good leader. He can see that. But I don't think he fucks with his pops. Loki though, on the other hand, he like, I don't know why everybody be on that nigga dick, bruh. He's stupid as fuck trying to play nice with them stupid ass humans. Them niggas like insects to us, and they are. You see, Loki's younger than Harunen, and he's already like looking down. Like he can literally walk up to him and have his chin above his head. So like, we are for surely fucking insects to Loki. We're smaller than that to Loki. No bullshit. That right there, which was what I drew to represent a Tontata, because this is not really scaling. Really, this human to this giant is like Luffy to Kaido, but this Tontata to this giant is really like a Tontata to a human. We're like that to Loki, damn near, even smaller. So I mean, technically, yes, we are the size of insects, but bitch ass nigga, that ain't no right to goddamn treat me like that. I didn't do nothing to you. That was your mama. That was your fucking mama, okay? That shit was not me. But Harunen like, man, we should all try to goddamn be friends. Like, let's be friends. Let's see this shit. Let's all try to take a walk in each other's shoes and have empathy for each other and see it from each other's perspective. But maybe if he would have just said that, it might have worked on Loki. But he fucked up and said something, And maybe I'd have told him to say this because this is damn near exactly word for word, bar for bar what she said to Harold. And it made Harold think. And I'm gonna get to it. It made Harold think. It made Harold reflect. But it set Loki off like completely. Like that was like, he was like, man, this nigga got me fucked up. He said, don't get cocky just because you're big. And this nigga Loki said, being cocky is my right. I'm the prince. Don't you dare talk back to me, right? And hit that, like, whacked his ass with the counterbolt. Now, we know that this is a trigger word. This is a trigger for Loki. And we know why. We see in like 1151 or 1150, the chapter I keep referencing with the conversation between Ja Rule and Loki, where we see the flashback of Harold's death. We see that when they're like, oh, Prince Loki, you're invited too. Like the person is not even, he's not necessarily saying, I probably would have been offended too, because nigga, this is my house. But the person is not necessarily saying it with malicious intent. He's just like kind of, surprised that Loki is invited. Like he just didn't expect Loki to be at that particular meeting. But Loki literally stomped the nigga into the floor. Loki said, nigga, this is my house. Well, he didn't stomp the nigga until the nigga was like, I'll walk you in there when he's ready type shit or whatever. But that was like the beginning of him getting frustrated with him. He's like, nigga, this is my house. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, I don't have to be invited, dickhead. Like, basically what he was going at. Like, I don't have to be invited. Fuck, nigga, I grew up eating in this house. And then now we see when Howard tells him, don't get cocky just because you're big. My iPad is on 1. I have to get a charger, but I'm gonna finish up this point because I think I have time. I hope. When Harold tells him, don't get cocky just because you're big, that's what takes him off. He's like, being cocky is my right. I'm the prince. We now know that this stems from the way he was raised. From the moment he was born, he was rejected by his mother. Like he was thrown out of the castle into the underworld. So once he climbed all the way back up that fucking tree and got in that castle and the niggas washed him off and put him in the bed, I know he was like, oh nah. Like I know once he got old enough to become conscious and shit, he was like, oh nah, like this is my shit. Like I wish a nigga would try to tell me again. That's like a trauma for him. A motherfucker trying to like remove him from the castle basically is like a trauma for him because his mom rejected him hatefully and like with bitterness up until she died from the moment he was born. Even when Harold came back and fixed the symptoms of the curse and was visibly frustrated by the curse shit, and she stopped saying okay, he cursed, she still was like, fuck him, he a monster, his eyes is horrible, I hate him, right? So we know, like when people try to tell him, like when people try to take away his birthright, that really pisses him off because literally when he was born his mother tried to take his life. That's fucked. All right, I'm about to get niggas plugged in and juiced up, nigga. I'm juiced up, nigga. Bro, this chapter is so much, y'all. My first video, I was talking for a fucking hour of raw footage, though, not cut, so I don't know how long it actually is. This one, I've been talking for 30 minutes, and I'm still not at rocks. Like, still not even at rocks. It's just so many things that was introduced narratively, lore-wise, thematically. Like, this is just a really good chapter. Like, I keep finding myself wanting to put this above the Hardly Text chapter, but come on, we know I can't. Like, we know I can't do that. But this shit is really fucking good. So Gerd is like this. We see young Gerd and young Goldberg. So we actually got young. I'm stuttering a lot today because I'm just thinking too fast. Shit too much. Shit too seasoned. It's too amazing. Thinking of too much shit to say, man. Hard times. We see young Gerd and Goldberg. We already got young Haruden and Road is so fucking stupid. I hate that nigga, man. I mean, I fuck with the fact that like he's devoted to my nigga Haruden, but I don't like that nigga because he talking about some damn Haruden the filthy half blood. And Zoro was like, so why do you follow him? And he's like, because Haruden has dreams of becoming the king and changing the perception on half bloods. So you follow him because he has a dream about changing the perception on half bloods. But at the moment, you're propagating that propaganda, perpetrating pussy. So yeah, we already got that, but now we're getting through Loki's flashback. We're getting Haruden with young Gerd and young Goldberg, and after Loki whacks the shit out of fucking Haruden, with the Kanabo, Gerd is she's running to go help, and Goldberg puss ass. I didn't know Goldberg was pussy like this. Crazy learning this. I still fuck with Goldberg. I fuck with Stanson the most though. Stanson might be my favorite New Giant pirate outside of Howardin, of course, because that's just my guy. But I also do fuck with Gerd. She fine as shit. I ain't gonna lie, Gerd is fine. That's a fine ass drawing. Today is the day we decide. Gerd or Stanson. God damn it, there's a coin in this bitch somewhere. Coins is too far, y'all, but we gonna flip one. Whoever they land on, that's my goat. I mean, they both goes, but like, you know, they right behind Howardin.
Alright, what's going on, niggas? It's Ed and Sweeties. Finna flip this fucking coin real quick. Okay. God damn it, I ain't catch the coin. And I got one of my hands in my shirt. You know I'm not taking my hand on my shirt. I'm comfortable. It's Gerd! Gerd is my goat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slam that coin down. I know that was probably real loud in y'all ears. Gerd is my goat. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm just playing to y'all.
Anyways, back to the bullshit. Yeah. Didn't know Goldberg was pussy like this. He like, stay back, Gerd. He'll think you're his friend, and then Loki gonna hit you next. So Gerd turn around and punch that nigga on the head. And I'm like, nigga, we are his friends. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, what you mean he'll think we his friends? We are his friends. So I'm finna go check on my friend. I don't give a fuck if Loki hit him. Loki can hit me too. That's my nigga. The fuck? I'm still gonna go over there. So she's going over there and she's like, he needs first aid. We know that she ends up being the doctor of the crew. So I wonder, was it because of shit like this happening frequently when they was kids? Because we also do know that Howard and Gerd and Goldberg feel like, no, this nigga was a dickhead when we was kids. And we see it a little bit. And we can assume that Loki was pretty much this way up until probably when he met Lola, because pussy seems like the only thing that can change these niggas. Not that Loki ever even did that with Lola. But like just the thought of it, you know, sometimes just the smell can change a nigga. So yeah, I wonder if all of them instances of having to fucking help Howardin because he's the only nigga who can step up to stop Loki, but he can't fuck with Loki. So I wonder of all those instances of having to give him first aid, is that how she became like skilled enough to be the crew doctor? Or did she always want to be a doctor? Or is she really not even skilled enough to be the crew doctor? Howardin just like, you know, trust her doing first aid because she's been doing first aid and she probably just wants to keep the nigga safe. So she's like, let me be your doctor because nigga, yeah, that's what I do for you, gang. We see in this panel, Loki is mad jealous. He's mad jealous. He's so jealous. And it made me eat my words from a past chapter reaction when the first time we see them younger, where we actually get Harold being a father. Rare as fuck. I know, rare fucking moment, but we actually see Harold being a father when he's like, my sons, I want you two to like love each other and raise and lead this country together when I'm gone. Before that, like right before that, we see Harold Loki saying to Howard, you can't be my fucking brother, you too weak, lame ass nigga. And when I seen that, yeah, like I told y'all, like Harold is my favorite of the two. That's my guy. I was very quick to defend Harold, like and I don't think I said too much about Loki, but I definitely said some things, like, you know what I'm saying. Now with his story recontextualized, bro, he's super jealous of Howard. Like, he's just saying this shit out of jealousy. He don't have nobody. He don't have no friends. And even if they tried their hardest to be his friend, which it seems like they have tried a little bit, but they just was like, I feel like even if they tried their hardest to be his friend, this is all gonna keep coming back to this. The nigga don't have a foundation of what love is supposed to be, because he was rejected by his mother the moment he was born up until she died, and his daddy don't be around. So even if they tried their hardest to be the nigga friend, that shit would have been unbearable for both parties. He would have been like, y'all really just sit around and talk about weak nigga shit all day? And then they would be like, bro, you're like, you don't have no manners. You don't know how to talk to people. When you don't get what you want, you just hit people. You're entitled. Like we don't want to be like, you're embarrassing. And he would think that they was embarrassing in the same exact way. So it's like, because of how fucked up he is. And what's so crazy about that is there are people like I'll be talking forever. Look, there's multiple characters in the story, like let's just say Luffy, Zoro, fucking Garp, fucking Katakuri, who they have the power, you know what I'm saying? They have the don't give a fuckness about them to like do whatever they want if they wanted, like to truly do whatever they want and treat people any kind of way if they wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But they just don't wield it like this. And it is different with him. He's a prince, but nigga, you was never like, it's like he's damn near clinging to the fact that he's a prince because the two people who made him a prince don't. I ain't gonna say Harold don't love him, but Harold doesn't show that, and Estrid clearly doesn't love the nigga. So it's like his power is wielded very like entitled, because of all of his characterization up until this point. He uses his power to cling on to the things that make him feel like somebody for real. Like make him feel like anybody. Fuck somebody, anybody. Anybody, my nigga. The nigga just want to feel like anybody. But yeah, he's talking about his mom's filthy blood and shit. And the other I never noticed how big Loki head is in this specific panel. I don't know why it's killing me. But the other giants are like, bro, you can't yell at him and shit. Like, you can't say type of shit like that to him. Talking about his mom dirty blood. Like, he's still a prince. Bitch, don't. He hit the nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like, he hit the nigga. And that's why if the niggas I named wanted to live their life like that, they really could. Like, to anybody who's weaker than them, like, who just says some shit that they don't like, they could just silence them by whooping their ass, beating them the fuck up. But they don't, because they don't need to. They at least have like, they had familial love. They was like they had guidance of whatever. So, and the reason why I named all of those characters that I did is because, okay, we have Garp, where we don't know how that nigga was raised. We have Cat, we don't know like for sure, but we can be, you know what I'm saying, we can make a lot of inferences based on Big Mom's character. We have Luffy, who we know, and we have Zoro, who we know. All pretty different fucking upbringings, and with Garp we're just assuming, but they all had at least somebody at some point to teach them some kind of lessons, some kind of moral code, some kind of right and wrong, some kind of. And the thing is, you don't always even have to agree with the person teaching you the lessons. Like in Katakuri's instance, Big Mom, she, especially him being the fucking prize horse, she probably really tried to instill how she thinks and shit. Not try to instill, but you know, because she don't really seem like she cares how them niggas think, what the fuck they do for real. But she definitely showed Katakuri like exactly who she was and shit. And from her example, Katakuri took it upon himself to say, okay, I don't want to be like my mother. But at the end of the day, his mother still had to accept him and you know, feel me, have him around and raise him for her to observe him enough to you feel me, to build that mentality, right? Somebody like Loki, it's gonna be hard for him to get along with niggas, because how the fuck can a nigga who never, like, it's like you never had guidance of any sort, mom, father, you never had guidance of any sort to tell you, like, you know, when you younger and you playing and shit, because you know when you young, your parents watch you interact with other kids. Like, it's as you get older that they give you freedom to do that type of shit on your own. But you might go too far playing and they be like, no, you can't. Even if they don't feel like necessarily you was in the wrong, if they know how it's making somebody else feel, they tell you, you can't do that, you can't do this. Or maybe they don't never tell you that, you know what I'm saying, but they're around. And then one day you get old enough to realize, damn, they never told me that, and I'm kind of entitled because of it, let me change that. But you can realize it was from your upbringing and shit, right? Loki does not have that. Like, this nigga just, he already made up his mind to reject love at a young age. Not just like, oh, I got no guidance, like a Sabo Luffy. No, fuck love. That shit, bro. I don't know, bro. That shit there is. We're getting to the saddest part of the chapter. So as much as y'all heard me fucking hold this little baby boy in my arms and just say, oh, he has no mommy, this shit ain't over. So we see him, you know, he's after he say don't call him a prince, he hits that nigga. Then he's literally jumping through a crowd of niggas with his kanabo, just whacking niggas left and right. It looked like he's literally just drawing blood from everything he can see. He's jumping towards a mom. It looks like, honestly, when I first seen this, I just seen the panel of the mom and the son, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, like, I thought they was really just kind of spectating and just hoping that he don't. But now as I'm reading it again, it kind of looks like he was jumping towards them at first. The second time I read it, I did peep though, like that he reacted to them. I thought he like looked off to the side and seen them the second time and reacted to them. But the third time I thought the same thing. This is the fourth read. The fourth time I'm reading it, it looks like he was actually about to strike the mom or the baby. Like, as I said, he was drawing blood from everything. Like he was actually about to strike one of them. But then he sees a mom protecting her baby, and that makes him sad as fuck. Obviously, for reasons. Like, that's, I don't even have to tell y'all why that shit made him super duper sad. That nigga just goes and jumps off the tree. That nigga just goes and jumps off the tree again. Smashes into the floor and damn near does more damage to the floor than he does to his own body. And he's just like, I can't even die. I can't even die, man. Like, all of this shit I'm trying to do to just ease some of this fucking pain, ease some of this goddamn trauma, this stress, this strife, this struggle. Alliteration, by the way. Off the top of the dome, by the way. It was accidental all the way up until struggle, by the way. All that shit I'm trying to do, it ain't working. Then I go and try to die, and that ain't working either. I don't got nothing for these niggas at this point. I don't. The nigga was probably about to sit here and just cry forever. The nigga was probably about to sit here and cry until his frontal lobe grew in. And then he was gonna be like, what the fuck have I been doing with the last 23 years of my life, or whatever, however the fuck long. What the fuck have I been doing for the last 22 years? I've been sitting here in this same spot in the underworld crying. Now we get to the coolest part of the chapter. As he's sitting there crying, a mountain gets sliced in half, and we hear voices say, what's the deal with this island? Where's the welcome committee? The beasts down there, Loki's partners, are like, arr, arr. That's the welcome party. It's the beasts, my nigga. Okay. So yeah, we see three silhouetted figures approach Loki, big-headed ass. His head is poking above the trees. He's literally laying down, and all he has to do is like, I'm gonna show y'all niggas. Oh, that almost got bad. He's laying down, and he just like, what the fuck y'all niggas doing? He's laying down, and he just lean up like, who the fuck is them niggas over there? That nigga just cut a goddamn mountain in half. What the fuck going on? So like, yeah, that's crazy because he don't even gotta sit up. All he has to do is like angle his neck up. All he has to do is like literally look up with his head, and he's already like poking above the trees, which is fucking crazy. Like, I get it. These niggas are giants. I know Harold and Loki are big as hell, but this shit is never gonna not surprise me. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not. Giants aren't this big in any fucking story, bro. When my man's is reading One Piece for the first time too. My man's that I do the podcast with, Bulk Fiction, he's reading One Piece too. Like, he's reading for the first time, and when he got to Little Garden, he's like, yo, the giants in here are actually big as fuck. Like, I did not expect them to be this fucking big. Like, I'm like, yeah, bro, the giants in One Piece are huge. But yeah. Where we at? Oh, I just put on a green bracelet. I'm dumb as hell. Anyways, of this chapter, it's crazy. I've never been a Shiki fan. I just like and y'all know swords really move me, but for some reason Shiki never moved me. And I'm not gonna say he never moved me, because Strong World is cool and Shiki's cool in that movie. But like, I don't know. I just never like, as much as I love the other swordsmen in the series, I just never found that same excitement for Shiki. Like even somebody like Cavendish, I just love way more than Shiki. Even Tashigi, y'all gonna hate me for that one. I decided recently I'm just gonna be a shameless Tashigi supporter. Tashigi top one. Tashigi top one in the series. She's gonna have to be to take them fucking blades, and she will. She's literally going to snatch Murakomagiri out of that nigga grave. All right, anyway. Yeah. We at the most important part too. I'm fucking yapping. Y'all know I'm good for that. The fuck am I? Oh yeah. Shiki's like, Jiha, this brat's got one hell of a devil face. I know he's a giant, but isn't he a bit too big? Hey kid, why are you crying? Which that was his laugh in Strong World too, by the way. So like that hasn't changed in the canon. We also see Newgate being fatherly. I mean, I think it can be inferred from the Marineford flashback when he helped them niggas get that treasure, because that definitely seems like a younger Newgate than this, obviously. And it seemed like at that point he was already like the family man that he is today. He just didn't have the family. So we see him being fatherly with Loki. Not fatherly, but just showing concern. I know he's a giant, but isn't he a bit too big? Hey kid, why are you crying? And he could be using Gaki, which is brat. Is it Gaki? I'm sorry. I studied Chinese. I never have ever studied Japanese, and I read a lot of Japanese series. So I should know more about like the terms about like kanji and furigana and like certain like outside of honorifics. It's a lot of common terms I should know. Like Gaki being brat, I feel like is the case. But if I'm getting that wrong, I'm so sorry, and it's something I should know. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here just admiring this shit. The whole page is a double spread. I was just reading. It's not a full page double spread, but I was just reading the right part of it. We see the full form of all of the silhouetted figures. So two of the ones that, you know, were silhouetted just now outside of Whitebeard and Shiki, we see who they were, and one of these niggas is Roxy fuck. It's Roxy Xebec, nigga. It's Roxy Xebec, nigga. It's Roxy Xebec, nigga. It's Roxy fucking Xebec, nigga. It's Roxy Xebec, nigga. Alright, that was gay. I don't care. The nigga kind of fine if we being honest. I'm sorry. But this nigga got aura though. I ain't like, all jokes aside, this nigga has aura, bro. I'm a nigga who think Blackbeard look dirty as fuck, my nigga. I think Blackbeard look dirty as shit, right? But this nigga, it's like Blackbeard be trying to look dirty. But now I know that nigga got, and Blackbeard still got aura. He just not clean. Like he not handsome. Like this nigga Xebec, he fit, you feel me? He got the motherfucking fur or whatever the fuck, some type of wool coat on, open, chest out. I need to tighten up these glasses, to be honest. That's why y'all don't see me bring them out no more. My mic was dumb far. I hope y'all can hear me. But yeah, he got the wool coat on with the chest out. The nigga got abs and shit. The nigga got, like, you could tell he got real chesticles. Like his pectorals is poking for real. Like I ain't gonna lie, he might be past Zoro level. Like the nigga hair, the nigga got one of his locks falling and shit. Then he got the motherfucking little tattoo shit, like the little lightning. God damn it, I did it all for love. This nigga, oh my god, bruh. And I'm biased for sure, because this was outside of Ryuma. This is my favorite figure from the past in the series. But boy, I feel like Oda really cooked. Like this nigga is like a fucking, it's like Blackbeard, but like intentionally aura farming, not like just capitalizing on like the fact that he's a pirate ass nigga doing pirate shit. Cause Blackbeard be having aura, but like I feel like if he wasn't doing pirate shit, like if Blackbeard was like a ninja or some shit, the nigga would have no aura, because why do you look like that? But like this nigga Xebec will have an aura in a few different professions. Put it like that. Blackbeard only really will have an aura as a pirate, a fucking trash man. This might sound like I don't fuck with Blackbeard or something. I do fuck with Blackbeard. Sometimes I try not to fuck with him, but I love how much of a pirate he is. I just can't help myself. It's a pirate story. I'm here for piracy. He be doing super piratey shit. I really, really, really love Ace. Like that might be my favorite character in the story for real. Like obviously I love Mihawk. That's my goat. But like if we're just talking about like how much a character resonated with me, like how much I love the character, how much I think like they was well written and all this stuff written around them in the story, definitely Ace. Maybe Luffy, maybe Robin, but I can't help but fuck with Blackbeard. I haven't I'm just talking so much about this reveal in Blackbeard and Raw. I haven't even read what's on the page, which is damn near, it's not more, nothing is more insane than us fucking seeing the design. But this shit is coming mighty fucking close, my nigga, mighty fucking close. So the incident, and oh yeah, the reason I said I was a Shiki fan now is because he is in the background looking kind of cold. Just like, I don't know. I honestly was just talking shit when I said that. Is that a sword in Stussie's hand? Or is that a gun? I think that's a gun. But like, I don't know why the angle is making it look like a... I'm pretty sure it's a gun. I'm almost 85% sure that's a gun. But there's a chance it could be a sword. And if it is, I want to know the name. I want to know the grade. I want to know what metal it was made out of. I want to know where it was forged. I want to know why. I want to know, is it cursed? I want to know who forged. I'm just... I just like swords, bro. Y'all niggas know me. Anyways, yeah, Shiki back here looking cool. My goat, Newgate, is back here as well. He got that shit on. I ain't gonna lie, that little coat. That coat hard. Stussy also has that shit on. Everybody has that shit on right now. Put it straight, like simply put, all these niggas is dripping. Simply put, all these niggas is putting it on. Simply put it on. They simply putting that shit on. Simply put, it's on. Simply put, it's on. Simply put it on. Okay, let me shut the fuck up. Yo, these two videos are going to actually be the most unserious videos I think I've ever dropped, but also like the most I've ever like dived into the lore of a chapter at the same time, like simultaneously, except for the chapter when Vegapunk died, or no, the chapter when Vegapunk was shown like setting up his what's the word I'm looking for? Contingency plan? His contingency plan. So, all right. Still just did a lot of yapping and didn't even get to the fucking words on the page. I'm sorry. Look, y'all are here with me, bro. We talking about rocks, bro. Like, just vibe, bro. Just vibe. Aren't y'all happy? Can't we just sit in this fucking moment? Can't niggas just sit in the moment no more? Niggas don't know how to sit in the moment no more? Can't we just enjoy this? This is a happy day, nigga. Be happy, nigga. Fuck. Y'all keep rushing me. Stop rushing me. Harold spotted this particular man 8 years ago during the reverie. He single-handedly killed a Navy HQ admiral and vanished without a trace. This feat earned him a massive bounty in the government's ire. This is insane. I know everybody has been saying how fucking insane it is. So like, I don't want to beat y'all over the head with this is insane, but this is fucking insane. And I know y'all read it yourselves and was like, this is fucking insane. Because what do you mean he's in Mary Joie doing this shit? We're not talking about Sabaody Archipelago, which would be crazy in its own. That would be fucking wild. We're not even talking about Marineford, which will be crazy in its own. We're talking about Mary Joie, Gorosei, Emu, Holy Knights. It's the reverie, so admirals. Not one, at least two. Cause haven't we seen two? Have we only seen one? No, we've seen two reveries. The first reverie, I don't know if any of the admiral were there. But yeah, That shit is wild. All of these forces present, and this man waltzed in doing the salsa dance, killed the nigga, made a vortex circle at his feet with the dark fruit, jumped through that bitch and disappeared. I just made a lot of that shit up, obviously. The only thing we know is he killed the nigga. But I do think he waltzed in, did the salsa dance, walked in. He didn't waltz because he was doing the salsa. Did the salsa dance, killed the nigga. And I do think that he had the dark fruit, he had the dark fruit, and he had the true realm. I'm not calling that shit awakening no more. I'm calling that shit true realm. Read Kagurabachi. He had the true realm of that shit unlocked. So I think once you unlock the true realm of the dark fruit, this is just me speaking out my ass right now, for real. Like, just speaking out my ass. I will talk more about it, not in my theory about the dark fruit video, just in my video about Xebec. And I'll be going through like my little mini theories on Xebec. Because I don't have any like big theories on Xebec, but I do have like a few, just like, mini theories, just some slight. But yeah, I'll talk about it in my video with that. But wait, what was I talking about, y'all? Oh, dark fruit. Yeah, I'll talk about that in my video in more detail. But I do think that this maybe could have been a power of the dark fruit awaken, and I mean of the dark fruit's true realm. And once he killed them, he literally vanished without a trace. He opened a fucking circle under his feet. He popped through that bitch and he left. And we also see that this is before he even formed the Rocks Pirates, because it says future captain of the Rocks Pirates and father of Emperor Blackbeard. Obviously, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. That also, like, and I know. Y'all, if y'all watch One Piece YouTube, y'all have heard this shit on every video. That recontextualizes the fuck out of Blackbeard's actions. Yes, it does. This whole fucking story he's been spinning on the niggas who put his daddy down. He's been spinning on Garp grandson, Roger's son, Garling's son, consistently. He put the scar on Shank's eye. He was gunning for Ace, but he was gunning for Luffy, but he got Ace, but he still ain't really let Luffy out his sight, because it's not like he's like damn near, it's not like he's specifically gunning for Luffy, but at the same time, it's not like he's not. He knows that Luffy has been running around grabbing poneglyphs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, put it like this. He didn't go to Winter Island specifically because he thought that, like, he didn't go to Winter Island thinking 110% chance Luffy gonna pull up here. But he went to Winter Island hoping that Luffy would pull up there. You feel me? Like, he knew it was gonna be one of them niggas, but he was hoping it would be Luffy. But it wasn't like, I know it's gonna be Luffy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he on Ace ass, he on Luffy ass, he on Shanks ass. He like, y'all fuck niggas gonna pay for what y'all did to my daddy. And not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I always hated him for that Ace shit, but that's kind of cool. Another thing, bro, let's stop with this Whitebeard shit. Let's pack it up. He knew. There's no way he didn't know. And y'all know there's no way he didn't know. Y'all are tweeting that shit so people can respond to your tweet and disagree with you, and you can get engagements because you have a blue check. Let's not do this. Whitebeard knew. Look at this nigga. Blackbeard had already grown into his features before he killed Thatch. Whitebeard knew. Another thing I will say pertaining to my last video, I was right. Eat a dick. I'm about to go through this dialogue real quick, and then I'ma ax it, because not only am I getting tired, and not only have I been talking for an hour and 15 minutes on this video and about an hour on the last one, but if I really gave all my thoughts to give on rocks, I would be talking for another fucking 20. So we're not doing that. We're gonna go through this dialogue real quick, then we're gonna ax it, and then I will be back with another video more dedicated purely to rocks. Don't judge me, my mama called me with a strap. Don't judge me, I was young, fucking all the brats. Don't judge me. All right, kid, you better say yes to both these questions. I ain't the type to take no for an answer. First off, wait, The fuck you mean you ain't the type that takes no for an answer? I know what your son was finna do to Bonnie, nigga. Nigga, I know what your son was finna do to Bonnie. Bro, you're not ugly like your son, bro. You do not have to take ass. You can get ass. You look good, gang. I don't know if you knew that or not. You don't have to take ass, bro. Somebody you don't take no for an answer. I don't like the implications behind that. I really don't, because I know how far Oda will go with these Somalian niggas, because they're the ones based off the fucking real pirates. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I like that the Somalian niggas are the most piratey, but I'm just saying, I know how far he will go, and I fuck with Rocks, and I don't like the implications behind that statement. But anyways, the two questions he asked them are, first off, this is Elbaf, Land of the Giants, yeah? Second, what fire hero here, yeah? Yeah, it's like he answering the nigga questions like, yeah? Yeah? Like, nigga, yeah? This is Land of the Giants, yeah? We gonna find hero, yeah? Say no, nigga. I dare you. Say no, nigga. Say no, bitch ass nigga. Do it. I wonder what Loki finna say. Nah, Loki actually probably gonna try to hit him. And he gonna like stop that shit with them 2 fingers. Speaking of 2 fingers, if you be on One Piece Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. You niggas is stupid. I'm not even gonna bring it up here and inform these niggas about y'all stupidity. You niggas is stupid. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter, man. He asked Loki them questions. He like, bitch ass nigga, you better tell me yes. And yeah, that was a wonderful chapter. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No, 10 out of 10. I don't give a fuck. Really don't give a fuck. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of. Okay, I don't even know why I still got the camera rolling, bro. It's like I don't want to hit stop recording, but I've been recording for 2 hours straight. But this chapter is so good that I don't want this video to end. I want y'all to be here with me talking about Rock forever. I want us all to just jump inside that nigga fur jacket and just everybody pick a muscle to live on top of. No homo though. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later.
It's kind of hard to say I'm having one, cause I done gave so many.